if you use what shades of blue you're using. So you don't have to be following me exactly. I'm literally just finding a blue colour, giving it a swirl round, adding some dashes in. So obviously we've just been setting your work on purple mash. However, the artwork on there is mostly computer based tasks. So it's really important that you're practicing your drawing skills at home as well, because well, that's what you're going to need if you do your art GCSE or arts award. Okay. So I'm doing a step-by-step Van Gogh painting, might have said. But if there's something else you'd like to have a go at doing, so say if you want to paint a dragon or how to paint a rose, if you want to email in your suggestions, I'm happy to have a go at creating another video. You know, something like, I don't know, how to create a unicorn or a flower, or how to draw like a realistic eye. If there's something that you'd like to, or a vase of flowers, you know, like the Van Gogh sunflowers. Is there something that you would like to do a step-by-step painting and think, oh, I wonder how you paint that? Let me know. Obviously, I am going to struggle with the Mona Lisa or anything too complex like that. But send in your suggestions and I'll have a go. I'm always like a challenge. Right, so I've filled it up with lots and lots of dashes. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to mix a bit of blue in my white, and I'm going to keep stirring like that. And what I do is I'll get a very pale blue, and I'm just going to get some of those lines in. It's not so clear to see, but I think it probably looks clearer in the painting in front of me than it does on the screen. There we go. Okay, and I'm just a bit more yellow. I'm just going to add a bit of orange into it. Some of those dashes round. Okay, we're done. Right, next thing we're going to do is this tree that's in the foreground here. Now these lines are quite longer mark making lines. You see the brown squiggly line that goes up. Okay, so we're going to do something similar, and if we have a little look at it, we can see brown and dark green, dark blue, and there's some black. I'm going to leave the black until right at the very end. Okay, so I'm going to first of all swirl my paintbrush, give it a clean. I'm going to dip it in the brown and just check that we're in frame. Okay, and I'm going to do some wiggly lines. There we go. Some wiggly lines. So that's my first layer of colour. Next I'm going to choose that brown, dark brown colour that's next to the black. I'm going to do some more lines going round. There we go. Almost looks a bit like fire, doesn't it, as it's kind of swirling round. Mix a bit of green in. It's my green that I'm putting in. Again, you can, it's just dark colours in here, so you can pick and choose your colours. What might be a good idea is, if you're doing this at home, is to have, which I assume you will be doing at home because we're not going anywhere at the moment, perhaps have the picture of Van Gogh nearby as well. If you can see it, maybe load it up on the, if you've got a second device maybe, you could kind of see them both at the same time. Okay, and I'm just going to go with some really dark green that I'm going to mix in with a bit of brown. Okay, and I'm done that bit. Okay, next thing I'm going to do, I'm looking here, and these hills are kind of a stronger blue colour. So I'm going to clean my brush off. I'm going to use my mid blue here, and I'm going to, first of all, I'm just going to paint that background bit a darker blue. Behind here, and I'm still going to do some more mark making over the top of that, and behind here I'm going to go the same blue. And I'm just putting a darker shade of blue over the top there, which I'm still going to work over darker with a darker blue to create some of these mark making afterwards. So I'm just going to let that set now, and now I'm going to just choose, I'm going to use a bit of blue, I'm going to colour in that. But here you can pick and choose what colours you want. Okay, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. Now you might think, oh, Mrs. Weston, you're going over the line. That's okay, because I'm going to neaten up after with some strong lines going through it. But how Van Gogh tends to paint, he does tend to paint quite quickly with his mark making. And who would have thought, all those years ago, as one man looked out of his window, painted a night sky, it would be recreated so many times all over the world. I think it's brilliant, absolutely do. Right, so I'm going to put a bit of darker blue here in the sky. Here we go. I don't know if you've ever watched that Doctor Who, where the Doctor goes back, brings Vincent van Gogh back, like into the future, in today's world. Oh, it always makes me cry. It's brilliant. Okay, what I'm going to do now, I've mixed up a dark blue, and I'm just going to draw that line of my hills that come in this background, those rolling hills here. I'm going to do a little bit of mark making, just some dashes down here. And then there's another hill over here where we put that. I'm going to put those in there. Now just below that second layer, there's all those, you see those tree type things here, and there's some here. So that's where I'm just going to use, I'm going to use a bit of blue, and I'm going to do some, fill this up with swirls. And there's some in that foreground here as well. And there's bits of green. This bit here is again where we're just going to be layering up colour on colour with this mark making to get the impression that they're trees, I suppose. I think they're trees. Here we go. Okay. Now going back to those hills, there's lots of long mark making. It's going to be our word of the day. Here we go. So I'm mixing up a really thick blue. In fact, I'm going to dry it with my handy tissue to make it a really strong colour. And here I'm using it in my brush, and I'm just going to do some of those, arching my brush nice and high. Okay, and here we go, and I'm just going to put some of those mark making in here, and again here. And Van Gogh also uses little bits of, you see, got little bits of red houses, and some of these houses are kind of quite hard to make out. They're just lots and lots of mark making, so we're going to do the same. So I'm going to put just a bit of this mark making that comes in here, and I'm going to put a bit of a red roof in here. I'm going to use a bit of that yellow to add some of those extra little blue colours. There we go, little half moons. There we go. Okay, now use my dark brown here, and I'm just going to paint in a little doorway. Doorway. And then I'm going to choose a little bit of purple. I'm going to put some extra dashes through that sky, sorry, through those hills. There we go. Oh, well, I've got it in my hand. I'm going to add a bit more swirls of purple in here. Oh, almost missed the church steeple. Right, let's get that back in. That's up there. Okay, almost there. What I'm going to do now is go back in and use a little bit of black, but we're going to use it quite sparingly. I'm not going to outline everything, but I'm certainly going to put some in this tree here. I apologise for all the dog barking that's going on. We've got a field at the back of our house, and there must be someone taking the dog out. Right. here we go, that's that there. Okay. I'm going to also, it was breaking up a little bit there, my brush was, so I'm just going to add a little bit more water. And I'm just going to start to outline these buildings. And you can see I'm not being too precise. Sometimes I kind of miss the angles as we're painting. Okay, I'm going to outline my church. Steeple there. And I'm going to put some just extra little dash lines in here. We'll kind of miss that building there. I'm just going to draw that back in. A few little bits there. So again, you're just kind of arching your brush nice and high. Okay, I'm going to finish it about there. So there you go. Van Gogh Starry Night, Mrs. Weston's Starry Night, done in, I think it's about half an hour. Anyway, have a go at home. Please remember to send your artwork to arts@queensbury.bham.sch.uk